Now on to one of my favorite places on the PetStyle path. We always stop at the local shelter. Here it's the SPCA, and it's kind of interesting because back in 2005 when Hurricane Wilma hit, she put that shelter under water. So they're in temporary housing now, looking for higher ground. Tonight's Furball Festival is going to raise money for that very thing, so it's for a good cause. All right, I'm here with Tammy Fox, the director of the Florida Keys SPCA. And, you know, we go to a lot of shelters around the country, but you have a particularly interesting story because you guys were in the direct path of Hurricane Wilma in 2005.
Right, yeah. We were pretty much devastated in that storm. We had 5 feet of water come through the shelter. We had luckily evacuated all the animals out. So the animals were safe. However, the shelter has experienced some crumbling and some rusted rebar and is falling apart.
Would it last another hurricane season?
Probably not. The thing is that every time we have the threat of a storm or a heavy rainstorm, the shelter floods. So we have to take the proactive step and evacuate the animals every single time. So
you're looking for higher ground.
It's definitely imperative that we get this shelter built for the community and for the animals that we serve. We're hoping to construct a shelter that will be able to withstand a Category 5 storm and shelter emergency officials with their pets as well as our animals and other animals in the community that have been left behind.
Well, tell us about tonight's Furball Festival, because it sounds hysterical, but it also is to help raise money and awareness for the shelter.
It's our 3rd annual Fabulous Furball. The locals actually go a little nutty in raising money to have their dogs crowned the prestigious title of King or Queen, and so every dollar is a vote.
Oh, and I can't imagine down here that locals would go nuts on something. I mean, everyone in Key West seems so incredibly normal.
Yeah, there's definitely an interesting crowd down here in the Keys.
Right. So I bet we'll see all types tonight.
Yep, you'll see all types.
I'm here at an incredible event in Key West, the 3rd annual Fabulous Furball. This is where the stars come out to strut their stuff, and by stars, I mean our 4-legged friends. There's even a king and queen that are crowned at the end of the night. The food's been donated, art is being auctioned off, and it's all to raise money for a brand new SPCA. All right, Tammy, moment of truth. We are at your shelter today, your dilapidated shelter that has, you know, big heart, little engine that could. Did this wonderful gala tonight. How do you think it turned out?
I'm very happy with how it's turned out tonight.
And you think you've raised a decent amount of money?
I'm hoping. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but I think that the support of our citizens will come through tonight.
Erin Becker, you are the artist behind these beautiful works of art, part of the silent auction to raise money to help build a new SPCA. And you're donating some of this artwork?
Yep. All the proceeds from these paintings here go half to the SPCA, and then in the silent auction, I also have a gift certificate for a commission up to $500, and all the proceeds is going directly to the SPCA.
Her name is Lady, and she was recently adopted from the Humane Society here in Key West in October.
She's beautiful. She just goes to show what kind of dogs you can get at the Humane Society and the shelters. Is she a purebred?
Purebred rough coat collie.
I mean, seriously, there's no reason to not go to a shelter to find the dog you are looking for. She is a perfect example. She is stunning, and I'm actually kind of surprised she didn't win Queen.
I'm surprised too. We tried. We campaigned hard, and we got Duchess though, so we got our title.
You know, to be crowned king, while it's a huge honor, it's actually based on how many friends you got to pay $1 per vote.
Exactly.
Tell us.
It's patterned after the election of King and Queen for Fantasy Fest here in Key West. The dog that raised the most money for the SPCA becomes the King and the Queen. And the year that Schumann won, we raised over $6,400. Last year, I think the leading candidate raised the bar to over $7,000, and we're hoping tonight it'll go even higher. Our King is King Hugo!
And now we'll announce Queen Leah. So if people want to donate and help get that shelter built, they log on to FKSPCA, which is FloridaKeysSPCA.org. They can find your phone number there. They can find all the information they need, and you can donate from any state and any country in the world.
Right? Money's good from everywhere.
Okay.
So we'll take it.
Well, let's get that shelter being built on higher ground. What do you say?